All right. You guys are walking out of a skyscraper's
I
kind of a
scraper.
balcony towards a skywalk. You found yourself here after Edward and Tren worked together to make a contact to acquire weaponry. It's this kind of rich, playboyish fellow who, after schmoozing and getting to know each other for a little bit, he brings you back up to a penthouse where some wealthy underground elements have put together a little gig of shipping off-planet weapons and minor gear. Basically, just a bunch of like reckless young guys. So after some talking, they mark up the price a little bit, but that's to be expected. You walk out with bags full of all of your new goodies. You are still in the downtown area, probably the southern part of it, where these skyscrapers have started to rise up, and below you, and you can see the flying vehicles, the grav vehicles moving around. Everywhere is lights, and the sky. You can't see a single star from all from the unnatural light.
Beautiful city.
Yar, how did
Yeah.
we lose Dr. Coomer?
I'm back.
Oh,
He's with you. Yeah.
we found him.
He had to go to the bathroom.
Kumar, did you hear all that?
I did not. Sorry.
Basically, you all acquired weapons. Did you want to buy something, Kumar?
Yeah, I think I asked if if it was possible for me to get a neural link. Like I know it's a
Yeah.
surgical. I don't
I
know.
think
I mean,
I think you should go talk to your contact about that. You
That's-
are in with the scientific community on the planet,
that is true.
so maybe instead of rolling for it, it'd be better if you just go straight to your official contacts.
Gotcha.
The only other thing you missed is that Lena has described she's taken on this like appearance to avoid being found out.
Yeah, and about that,
Right.
Yeah.
as you guys move out into the skywalk, the sun starts rising up from the south. It starts peeking out over the over the city above the skyscrapers, and beams of light start coming and lighting up the city. You're in like a twilight period where all the lights are still on, but the sky is starting to light up. There's a building that's a little bit taller than the skywalk that you're currently moving on, and it's displaying some kind of sports game where teams of 12 are battling each other using uh, kind of like they look like grav bikes. They're standing on top of them. They're carrying a ball around, kind of like the old Terran game of lacrosse, but they're flying around on an open field about 30 feet up. It's pretty interesting, and you can hear the commentating in the background. But then, after a moment, the screen kind of dims and goes black and then comes back up, and there's a woman sitting behind a desk. She's holding a tablet in her hands, and it seems to be a news broadcast. Have you seen this man? And a box appears to the right of the woman, and there's this man. He looks pretty grizzled, about 40 years old. He's got a scar running down his eye. Short, like tight black hair, military cut. Mason Galt, wanted for espionage, murder, and thievery of CIMC property. If you have any information about his whereabouts, please contact. And then after a moment, the next one, have you seen this woman? And your unflattering teenage picture appears on the screen along with the text, but the woman kind of reads it. She's like, "Have you seen this person?" and she gives the whole spiel, describes you, and then it just kind of blinks off. So, not a lot of huge fanfare, but you definitely were up there for a bit. and your name and general information.
Lena looks to everyone and goes, I've never seen that woman before. You've never seen that woman before. Because
I've seen
I
that
know
woman
you.
before. She was about 3 planets that way.
Oh, okay. Good. We should definitely keep that in mind if anyone asks us. Are we clear?
Do you know who that man was?
No, I have no idea who that guy was.
What? Wait, you guys actually don't know? You don't remember him?
I've been a bit preoccupied with my aesthetics as of late.
We literally talked to him earlier tonight,
Mason Galt,
right?
the man that you
Wrong?
talked to, that was Edward's friend, was Rory Vallis.
That's
Duh.
not. I thought
Oh.
that was
The shady looking guy who had a name. His name was Milas.
that's why I was getting it ended with
Yes,
Miles.
this is a person that you haven't seen before, Mason Galt.
Okay.
Wanted for, as they said, espionage, thievery, and murder.
Okay, how do you spell his last name?
Galt.
Okay.
What were
Okay.
they reasons they gave for Lena's capture?
Essentially, they didn't really give a lot of reasons, but they said that the CIMC and the nobility of the planet are looking for her, which is pretty much enough reason.
Ah,
She's not a criminal. She's just wanted.
And she doesn't
Unlike
want to be
us.
wanted right now.
Right.
We are criminals and we're not wanted.
So far, you're not criminals yet. You haven't actually done anything to be criminals yet.
I'm a pirate.
One of us definitely flashbanged 30 civilians.
Right,
But
but
I'm not
like
naming names.
being a
We don't
pirate
talk about
doesn't
that,
automatically make you like public enemy. You actually kind of provide a service in a fucked up way. A lot of like the government and the civilians kind of recognize that the Sulphur Sea pirates and the stuff they bring in, because the law level is so high, it's just nice to have.
Okay.
But if you were to go out of your way and start like pillaging ports and trade ships and shit, then yeah, you'd be a criminal.
We're currently accepted
Yeah,
individuals.
you are not under direct investigation. If you were to go through a security checkpoint, Teach, you'd probably have a bad time. Your best way of getting into the city is by asking Rory or Ben to come pick you up.
Yeah, I got contacts. Also, I don't want to go in the city. Fuck the city.
Yeah,
It's
I just
already
did
in the
security
city.
checkpoints and anything that involves close screening because
Oh.
that's a just my people disapprove of that.
Keep my guns.
Yeah, so like these weapons that you have and shit, you probably want to take them directly back to Rory's.
I would.
If you were to be arrested carrying that
Edwards, you
sniper
would.
in the city, Edward, you could face like years of prison time.
Yeah, but aren't I good at getting around the city with smuggled goods?
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't that
yeah,
what I do?
you know what you're doing.
currently
You're
have a
not
sniper rifle up
you're not
your
in
ass.
any direct danger right now, but you definitely don't want to like try leaving the downtown area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a drink. You guys should talk to each other and see what's up.
What are we gonna do?
Hey, what did you all you guys get?
All right, so here, hang on.
Bradley got a makeover. I got
Yeah.
weapons. Nick got weapons.
Yeah, Lena is now looking like a completely different person. She has an entire cover identity that she's come up with, and she's just a freaking complete. She's not even human. She's claiming to be of a different species called the Volpella,
Nice.
and she's claiming that there's only probably about 7 or so still alive, which explains why no one has ever heard of them. And she has an entire sob story about why most of her people are dead.
Damn.
You'll hear that
I'm-
later if she ever needs to
I'm
roll
noticing
with
it's not the
knowledge
first.
and deception.
It's Coomer, but I'm going to assume this is not the first time you've had to do something like this.
For Coomer or Lena?
Well, the Coomer's asking Lena this. This is not the first time you've had to do something like this.
No, this is actually a first time, but I am versed in what one would need to do in this matter. I have not needed to, but yeah, basically I do not want to mess with the individuals that are looking for me. It's gonna be a bad time. They're definitely gonna try and kill me.
Yeah, it's probably a
Um,
good thing. If we are spotted with you, we'd also be killed on sight.
Probably. Listen. The it's a brother sister sort of combo. The brother, if we just happen to run into him alone, we're probably fine. He's pretty chill. The issue is the sister. Do not like that one. She's just
Crazy
bad.
crazy psycho bitches. Don't worry, I'm no stranger to them.
Yeah.
Harlow Coomer gets the bitches.
Here's for everyone to get the full like picture of what Lana looks like right now.
Are you updating your token?
I mean, the token is updated. I'm just gonna plop in chat full like image so you can like see.
I love the idea, Tyler, that your character just walking around in a tricorn hat, looking like an actual fucking
Exactly.
1700s pirate.
This is what she looks like right now.
That's who I am.
And she got a updated robot arm to not be blatantly obviously a robot arm.
I'm gonna level with you, fam. Your character looks like a slut.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, listen, I feel like some nobles just kind of dress like space sluts.
You said earlier that I could say no to like your cat ears and shit. A GM's not supposed to say no, and if you ever play Shadowrun, it makes sense. They have cosmetics and shit like that, cosmetic surgery, and you could too. I would recommend at least waiting until you have plenty of money and go to a higher tech level world. Then at least you could get cat ears that give you some kind of benefit
bonus
instead of being cosplay.
Yeah.
Cosplay.
Gosh,
fucking dirty word.
Hey, I'm a cosplayer. Don't use sass cosplay. That's not a joke.
Allah forgive me. Cosplayers.
Cosplayers derogatory.
Alright.
Safety cover. Alright, jump off the cliff now.
No.
Like to buy a parachute.
So, does everybody have what they wanted for tonight, shopping wise?
Everything I need for now, yeah. Well.
So for now, I do believe it'd be a good idea for me to be with my connection at some point, because I believe he is on this planet somewhere, because there are some things I've been thinking about getting, and I'm going to need his help for it.
Yes, he is absolutely on the planet.
You don't sound very confident in finding him. Other than that, he's on this planet. You do know this planet's a planet.
It is
right?
an entire planet. It's kind of a large place.
So mobile comms are basically cell phones. If I ever say comms, they're cell phones. You can do with whatever you want, like that cell phones can do with them.
Which Dren has.
How many do you have?
Dren has a cell phone.
Yeah.
I just have one. Why would I have more than one?
Listen, sometimes you need a phone to deal with the crazy bitches that we've already talked about. And then the one that you give to the
There's only one crazy bitch.
Okay, so
are you implying that I'm
trying to call your contact, Coomer?
Yes, I will.
All right. You know your contact's number, so you give him a call. After a few moments, you hear coming through a raspy sounding voice through the comm. Forgive me if this is loud. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Ow, my ear.
Fuck you, Nick.
It wasn't even loud.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Doctor, been a while.
Is that you, Arlo? Where have you
Yes,
been?
it is. It's quite a lot to explain.
You can't just go
Well,
tramping around the planet when there's work to be done, my boy.
I agree with you, sir, but I'm afraid I've got myself into quite a bit of a mess.
A mess?
Well, you remember that project, the Sulfur Sea, going to make sure everything, goes wrong with that?
Remember it, my boy, I was the chief architect of the project.
Yes, of course. Well, I've met some people with that. I'm afraid that we've gotten ourselves into some circumstances that I'm gonna need your help with something, sir.
Hello, my boy, are you in some sort of trouble?
Hard to explain. I'm afraid I don't want to put you in danger, sir. So I don't know if it's a good idea for me to explain it.
Oh, don't worry about me. I hardly ever leave the central building here anyway. Is there something you need me to do for you, my boy?
Well, I was wondering if you can get me in contact with someone who would be able to provide a Neuralink. I know it's a procedure, but I do believe it's necessary.
Yeah, you could come on down to the... You could come on down to the building that I'm in now. I can introduce you to a very well-renowned surgeon.
Alright. Thank you so very much, sir. I'm in your debt, as always.
Yes, yes. My boy, have you watched the news lately?
Yes.
There's been an incident down at the IIS building, which is the Scouts. There's been a break-in and a murder. Some pretty valuable information has been stolen. Have you seen the Mason Golf fellow on the news?
Yes. I actually just saw it pretty recently. It's...
The city is becoming a more dangerous place every day.
Right, so...
The information that Mr. Galt stole, however, is very important to our research. You see, there's been some recent discoveries around the system. I believe that they stole this information and plan to sell it to black markets, and we need to retrieve it. So if you have any kind of information or know anybody that could look into getting that back for us, please put out some feelers. It is very important.
Of course, sir.
Thank you, my boy.
Of course. Good hearing you again, sir.
It's always good to hear from a student. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Of course. Look forward to seeing you soon as well.
Your mobile comm clicks off.
Trent's gonna look at Edward. Edward, do you think that's information that the 45 might be looking for?
Oh, the 45 is always looking for all kinds of information.
Speaking of information, Edward, you know some interesting people. Do you happen to know anyone who might have a lead regarding where I could bribe a certain someone to update some information in the databases relating to IDs?
That's possible. I believe we have a Gunwall contact to help forge some fake Gunwall IDs.
Fake gunwall IDs?
Or fake IDs for Gunwalls to smuggle
okay.
arms into the city.
Fake IDs, but only for gun walls. That certainly would be useful.
It just has Gunwall at the top.
Construction paper. And they just fucking wrote on.
That would be very, very useful because you see, these are not like the days of old back when I was a kid, where everything's just good enough to get you to like the bar for drinking. No, got these databases and stuff, and if I want to go in and out of starports and stuff like that without
Yar.
being
Why do
tracked.
you think they're after you now?
Did you just see me on the news?
Well, yeah. Why do you think now?
Well, they had to figure out I was on this planet somehow.
Huh? Fair enough.
Yeah, but
So why'd you tell them?
I didn't tell them.
Hmm.
I can't
I guess.
just enter the planet without saying who I am. That's how you get arrested.
Unless you're a pirate, yar.
Fair enough. Point is, ideally, doesn't need to be now, but at some point we should try and track down a way to make it so I'm not being hunted. Because when I'm being hunted, y'all are being hunted. Anyway,
We can do
Well-
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think first we're gonna wanna get Neuralink for Coomer.
Oh, yeah, for
But
sure,
first
for
we
sure.
got to get back to the ship, and we
Indeed.
might want to get our own transportation at least once we're outside the city, so we're not constantly using Gunwall stuff,
Very true.
even if it's just a ground vehicle, so we can get around out there.
I know they'll be needing Willis back.
Yeah, but we can't keep using them
Yeah.
unless you have that much goodwill.
They need them in right now.
Yeah, I figured.
We lost a lot on that spaceport battle. Trying to get out.
Maybe they're even hiring.
I bet they have work for us.
Yeah, maybe.
All right,
Right back to Rory's then to get our ship.
back to Rory's, and then a Neuralink.
Our own ride.
Maybe even ask Rory if he knows about that information. Don't forget.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a
you-
good idea.
to ask him for it.
citizens of Sector D are advised to remain in their homes under threat of domestic terrorism. You will be
What sector
advised
are
when
we
it's
in?
safe to remove yourself from your homes. You're probably... we call it like Sector A. This is like the core of the city.
Okay.
Wait,
and
what?
where is Rory? Also Sector A, I assume?
The domes kind of operate like their own little situations. So, yeah, the domes are in Sector A. Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're not near Sector D, so I don't have to worry about that warning right now.
No, but you might
Looks
live
like
closer to
Sector
Sector D
D.
than Sector A.
I certainly don't.
Where do you live, Lena?
It's a great question.
Harlow can probably live, if he doesn't want to buy a place, he can probably live, with Kieran and in the labs
Yeah.
as an
She probably
employee.
just, like, fills that average to fancy hotels.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I just have like a house on the outskirts of every. It's not in a city, just the outskirts.
All right. So, what's the plan?
Rory's. We gotta
Yep.
get moving. It was good to spend the night here, but we got other stuff to do.
Yeah. So you can make your way back as the sun rises over the megacity. Walking back towards the domes, you were let out under special permission. Edward, you are pretty much well known among the family, so coming in and out under Rory's permission, as long as you don't cause any trouble, is fine. You walk back through the grassy hills with the trees and the lakes, walking through the luxurious dome, the sky overhead. Now, where outside it was this dirty brown as the sun rose over the city. Now, through the tinted, specialized glass of the dome, it looks like a beautiful blue and red sunrise. Rory's compound, this 3-story, cement, like concrete looking building. It's less of a mansion and more of a a fortress. Towards the back is a huge port where you can see the scout ship is docked high up in the air. This huge, imposing figure of a tower. Up at the top of the starboard, you can see two little dots kind of moving around, and you can see them standing around the gunport shuttle. And it looks like Will and Burks are moving around, taking care of like mechanical work on the shuttle.
Will, Burks, isn't it time for you guys to be leaving? You got to get out of here?
Aren't you coming with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting for
We
you.
don't want to walk.
Where have you been all night?
Trying to buy some more weapons.
Don't you have
know
enough
me.
of those?
I got to get a new one. I made some money.
Oh. All right, whatever.
Shall we board?
All right, I get on.
Okay.
Lena gets on.
So where are we
Fingers crossed.
headed?
I guess that's a good question. Do we want to get our own ship and then go get Dr. Coomer his Neuralink, or do we just want to go to the Neuralink and then get a new ship?
Neuralink and ship's gonna be probably an entire freaking session on its own.
I wasn't saying get a ship. I just meant like a vehicle, like a ground
We'll
vehicle
borrow
or
a
something.
car.
Oh, okay.
Like just get a car or something.
I bet that's something we could borrow from Rory.
Buying a used ship will be a
Let's get a
lot quicker
Spavis
than making a new
rental
one
car.
if you end up going that
Yeah.
way.
We need to go to
Well,
Spavis.
Okay, here's the question. If we went right now to go buy a ship, does that end the session?
No, why would it?
So I guess we can talk in character on this. So, are we going to get the neural link first? Do we want to get a ship? Possibly just a ground vehicle? Where are we headed? Obviously, we're going to have to be running around looking for jobs on the run
Hey,
and
Teach.
possibly looking for more information.
Hey, we got a message from Hugo last night. The High Captain's got some kind of announcement. He's gathering up all the captains from the different crews. We might want to head back at some point.
What's his timeline?
Well, he's going to be waiting for all the captains to gather, but as soon as he does...
You probably don't want to be the last captain to show up.
Probably 2 or 3 days.
Okay. Good to know.
I say we can head there tomorrow then.
Yeah, we have
Perhaps
some important errands
we
have to run.
discussed what kind of ship we want to buy on the way to the Neuralink.
That's a good idea.
That way we have time to think
Agree.
about what we want.
Yeah, then let's just stay with the gun walls then.
At least for now.
Yeah.
To get the neural link, and then
And then I'll have to
if
head
we-
back to report in for the captain's meeting.
Yeah, we report in for the captain's meeting. Then after that, we could go buy something ship-wise.
yeah. Are there any good used ship places where your captain's staying?
To answer the question for you, Teach, because you would know, I mentioned that starport that's near Cuggan Shanty, but like I said, you'd probably find ships pretty cheap there, but they'd probably have quirks. They'd probably be pretty old. You're not gonna find a gem there. Alternatively, you could just probably ask around maybe somebody somewhere out in the wastes or in the outlying place has some kind of ship tucked away. But like I said, they're all probably going to be old. Just, you know, you can buy new ships in the city. They'll be newer. You could get one made. But those are probably going to be, you know, full price. And you also got to decide, you know, what kind of ship you want, options. How many shift shares do we have? How many shift shares do you have, Tyler?
I think 14.
14.
Yeah, he has 2.
So
I have.
So like a free trader or a scout ship, those are like 45 million. So you put a pretty good dent in your mortgage, but you still have to owe.
Damn.
And that's going to be a lot of monthly costs. So once you buy a ship, you're in debt, and you need to start working immediately.
Yeah.
I don't like
So that
thing.
Yachts are expensive. We don't want to start with one.
Yeah, so you need to keep that in mind, because once you have a ship, you are on a timer. Eventually, if you can't pay your debts, they're gonna come for you.
Oh, and then I can just be a pirate on the run.
Yes,
You could be like Flat.
but that
Don't
that
forget
is
pay
less
the fees
glamorous than it
taxes.
sounds.
Yar, it's true. The pirate's life is a struggle.
Yes.
Flap, don't you struggle with forgetting taxes?
You already have the space IRS on
I
my
didn't
ass.
forget the taxes. I don't owe the taxes. There's
Are
a
you sure
difference.
about that?
Yes.
Do they know that?
Yes.
And they still want you to pay taxes?
Yes.
Couple of drunk
I'm
dudes.
feeling
They're
that
like,
you-
they're
Doesn't
walking. Sorry, come on, go ahead.
No, sorry, you're good. I was just talking to myself.
Oh yeah, a couple of drunk dudes are walking past the skywalk. It's like, whoa, dude, look at that guy. Hey, what's up, man? What are you?
That's a girl. And then I nod and continue walking.
Yeah, they're like they're confused, and then
Wow.
you walk away, and they just start laughing and keep stumbling on.
Who is that directed at? Are they talking to you or me?
Huh? Obviously you. What do you mean?
Do I look like a guy to you?
Trent's not gonna answer that question. Trent's just gonna keep walking.
Hey, all right, so you're
Yeah,
going to that
guys,
Neuralink
walking.
place. You're gonna go see Dr. Kieran.
Yeah, we're gonna keep mooching
Alright.
off the gun walls.
All right, Harlow, you, well, the Wills, he looks back at you. Hey, where's this lab place we're going?
I believe Dr. Kirikiro Ka, he's shit, I forgot his name.
You would know where he is. He's there's like a central CIMC lab and
He's like-
research, you know,
like a central.
development. It's not too far from here.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. So you fly throughout the city, you know, bobbing and weaving between the skyscrapers, passing by other grav vehicles. Eventually, as you turn around one particularly large round building, you can see over in the distance there's a large triangular looking skyscraper that is sticking up with CIMC, you know, blazing across the side of it. It's a pretty large building, and you can see that on one side there is kind of a carved out portion of the building higher up where small shuttlecraft are going in and out. The base is a kind of a wide open plaza looking area where you can see many dots of employees moving around the building. Wills looks back, like, yeah, that Rory fellow, he managed to change the tags and everything on this ship. Gave it a new paint job and everything. We can fly this legal now.
Hmm.
That's a good friend you have there, Edward.
He is a good friend.
I wonder if he has access to those, systems. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Give him and ask yourself.
Fair enough. Is he in the room right now?
No.
Okay. We'll ask him next time we see him.
Yeah, so Wills brings you down and lands you into the shuttle bay. It's pretty clear right now. Not too much traffic in here. Harlow, you've been here before. This building is kind of made up of many floors of research and development. Dr. Kieran is kind of higher up towards the pinnacle of this pyramid-like building in the specialized offices and labs. You have credentials, so you can move about as you will.
Cool. Okay. Up. Breathe. Sorry. I'm just use this thing. All right. Follow me. I believe. Hopefully, the professor's home. Well, not like he leaves. So, yeah, lead them up to wherever the floor that he's normally at.
Okay. You see a lot of busybody scientists and employees moving around the hallways. A lot of people, they don't pay you too much mind, but a lot of them kind of look at Tren. Just a general fascination. They like seeing aliens. A couple of people say hi to you as you walk by. Maybe a few recognize you, Harlow, and say hello to you. You move down some sterile white hallways and towards an elevator in the back. And you can use your credentials and move up towards the executive labs. It's a very high-tech elevator, and you ride up. It opens up into the elevator is in a tube situated in a kind of a round floor. And all around you are glass panes. It's like a big circle where on the other ends of the glass are separated labs, specialized equipment, all very white and sterile and high-tech looking. If you step out of the elevator and you look left, you can see they're all humans except for one squat, grayish-brown looking fellow. He looks very 3'4", kind of portly. And his entire body is covered in what looks like a specialized vac suit, and you can hear him audibly breathing throughout some kind of voice encoder on his face. Sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
And we'll turn to Edward to pass the time while we were walking. So you keep talking about a ship. Are we wanting to be jumping systems or just staying in this local solar system?
I'm just sick of this place. Sick of the sulfur.
Well, there's not any really other habitable planets in this solar system, so we'd need a pretty big ship.
Jump capable?
Pretty costly. Yeah,
Yeah.
jump capable would be.
I mean, I can fly it.
Okay, I'm back.
So
Might have to try and make some money.
we need to make money, or maybe join up another crew who might be leaving. Help them with a trip or two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you feel about honest labor, knowing you.
The
Might
Kyiv
have to.
people are so fascinating. How do they survive on such a hostile planet? For thousands of years, it's incredible.
Interesting species, aren't they?
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in.
She bows politely.
You, hello. Is that you back there?
I'm the Professor, Dr. Weeze. It's been too long, my friend.
friends? You like
Yeah,
Blizzard?
these. Yes. Well, I'll introduce you all. This right here, this is Yay. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. All right,
She
cool.
curtsies politely. Pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure is mine.
The other friend here, he points at Edward. This is Edward Teach.
Why do I feel like I've heard that name?
He is a pretty well-known person in these parts, but he is a very trustworthy one.
And this is a black, if I am correct.
Yes, this is Tren Croix.
Whap. And he waves.
Greetings. It's a fine thing to see an alien on this planet. Or, well, alien as they call us. I myself am a neonite. They love outsiders on this planet, funnily enough. It's always nice to come where you're welcome.
Yes, always.
Now, Hollow, have you given any thought to the robbery situation?
I have. I've kept my associates and I. We've kept an ear out for anything we've heard, but unfortunately, I don't think we have any leads at the moment.
That's a shame. It is very important we get that information back, my boy.
Of course. That's going to be my main priority going forward. I promise. I will not let you down.
What kind of information is it?
Well, to not say too much, there's a certain location in the system that it warrants greater investigation. Perhaps ancient technology or some other sort. I'm not too much at liberty to speak on it, but this information could be very valuable to certain parties and something the Imperium doesn't want to fall into untrustworthy hands.
Do you know of any parties on this planet that would actually want that kind of information? A lot of people I know here aren't really looking for treasures, if you know what I mean.
Well, the information is tightly under wraps to begin with. I'm not certain of any factions on the planet that would know of it unless they have connections into the government and the research. As for who took it, maybe pirates, mercenaries. I can't be sure. However, we did identify Mason Galt on the security cameras as they were exiting. He is our only lead so far. I fear that they are already on their way off the planet, or in the attempt of. A dire situation. Dire. But not to worry you with all of that. Certainly you may have other priorities. How about you wanted a Neuralink installed?
Yes, sir. I know it is quite the procedure, but going forward, as well as if we are going to catch this person, I do believe it is highly necessary.
Well, there's two things. One, what are you hoping that this will improve for you?
Well, I have access to my computer, obviously, but being able to immediately link up with any systems that I can find would be very helpful, as well as being able to just access my computer almost instantly, in case we get into a situation where I won't have the time to do so.
Yes. Additionally, this will also you could also improve, say, your understanding of computers or something of the other nature. Have you given any thought to that?
Of course. I mean, always willing to learn something new.
So when you buy a Neuralink, there are these computer software things called expert software, and
Okay.
this will you can choose a skill, and depending on how much you're willing to spend, can increase the DM. This is going to cost you at least 30,000, and if you go with this expert skill package, it's going to cost you more. a little bit more.
Okay, I have 40,000 on hand, I think.
So you could look around and look at your sheet and like, I want to buy some skill software so that I'm better at instrument.
Yeah.
And then I buy the one that gives me, you know, +3, and that will give me a +3 in my instrument. While you're using that.
Get the trombone package.
No, get the wrap package.
Right, hell yeah.
Let me see. Where's the thing I can?
So that's something to think about.
Yep.
When you look at the expert software, it'll tell you prices.
Okay.
I think it's on. I'll tell you the page. 68 of the supply catalog.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, okay, yep. Okay, I have intelligent interface on my computer already.
But these are only skills that relate to int or education.
Gotcha.
So I don't think you could put it in athletics. You know, for example.
You trick your brain. You can trick your brain into thinking you're more athletic, but it won't help you.
You are in a very high tech level building. Like this is the core of tech, and Kieran Ka, he is actually like a galactically renowned scientist. This is a very important little alien you got right in front of you.
Yep.
So he's got the connections. He's got you.
Yeah.
And he still can't even take a guess at what kind of freaking people
So
would want that info. I'm not saying that out loud, but
I can't believe
Talking shit about my man behind his back.
yeah. So for like damn, what is that? 130,000 you could get the TL13 one.
God damn.
But you know.
I can't afford that. And I can't afford to help with that.
Shit.
So go ahead and think about that for a little bit.
Yep.
Oh dear. Young lady, what, you have strange ears. Are you some kind of, xenospecies?
Yes, you probably haven't heard of us. We are the Vipella. There's not really that many of us left. It kind of
What,
that story.
sector of space are you from?
It's from outside of the space. I'm not sure what specifically you guys call it here. I was not privy to about it.
I see. Interesting. I'll have to make a note of that.
Oh.
If you were interested in investigating the Mason Galt incident, maybe you could head over to the IIS building, or perhaps there are other people who would know something. Oh dear.
And yeah.
Okay.
Any thoughts, Coomer?
Yeah, I'll take. I think I'm probably gonna go for like. Ooh, that's 30. I could probably get away with that. I'll take. If I already have level 1 in something, would I be able to increase it by another level, or no? Is it just like I can take a 0 to 1?
This it kind of just applies over whatever you already have. So if you already have the skill, it applies a DM +1 to the check.
Okay.
So if you, and it says here, you know, if you bought the $10,000 version, you could apply that to skills up to, or skill checks up to like DM 12, which is pretty hard. Pretty good buy for 10,000.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
So it applies a
done.
DM +1 to your skill that you choose.
Mhm.
Is there anything anybody else wants to do while you're here in this research and development building? Ask Kieran anything.
Edward's good.
Yeah.
Yay is perfectly content. She's just appreciating how advanced it is.
Yeah, it's gorgeous in here, honestly, in like a scientific lab kind of way. Everything is very high tech. Lots of expensive equipment and young people moving around in lab coats. Just this general air of busyness. There are a few armed guards standing around, but they're kind of just plain clothes. Like shirts, got pistols on their sides, just making sure everything's okay.
Oh yeah, were we able to bring our weapons in? You never really said.
They're probably on the shuttle.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to, unless you conceal them, you aren't being really checked.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know how it actually seemed. I figured not, but
What is your final decision, Kuma?
I'll just do a level 1, the bandwidth one. So TL $11,000 one. I'll just do it in engineer. Can I do engineer the general engineer, or do I have to do like a specific one?
You could do base level engineer. It raises you up
Okay.
to base level competence.
All right, sweet.
So sounds fine to me. Cool.
All right, cool.
31,000, 31,000. We'll say it probably takes you a couple hours.
Makes sense.
The rest of you, I guess, just sit in the lounge, have a coffee. We have croissants.
Ooh, I love croissants.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
it's very
Uh,
nice.
Friend would kind of stay near the big researcher and see if he can actually kind of figure out what that information actually is that got stolen. Not by questioning, just listening around
Yeah.
to what they're actually working on.
Is there a roll we could make to see how well we do that?
I could make
Maybe-
like a recon roll.
Yeah, recon, investigate, anything like that.
I'll roll recon with intelligence to actually be able to understand
Sure.
what they're talking about, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you want an education.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you're milling around, Coomer's in surgery, in a back room. You're kind of milling around, wasting time, and you're staying by Dr. Kieran Kurokawa, who's working, and he doesn't mind you kind of sticking around. He makes polite conversation with you for a little bit, but he's focused on his work as well. And on a screen, there's the news being played, and every now and then the same wanted messages come up. As he's working and as he's moving around, he watches the screen, and he's flustered and nervous, and he keeps mentioning some kind of ice planet and something about ancient technology or some kind of advanced technology. Additionally, he talks about some kind of unique people. They're like the Yorick, and they live on this ice planet. And he remarks on how how low their tech level is and how they've been surviving on this terrible planet for so long. He seems to indicate that the planet is in the system or close by enough to investigate.
Okay.
He doesn't,
Any-
outright say what it is.
Anybody else doing anything?
Hmm?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a recon. I wasn't like, yeah, it's a recon. It's not an interrogation check.
Okay. So,
Ugh.
anyway, yeah, Harlow. Enough time passes. You are in a very, safe, kind of controlled environment. So the surgery probably goes off without a hitch. Not too big of a deal. You now have your neural comm, and this will apply. You have an expert skill package installed in your fucking brain that gives you a
Hey.
base understanding on all engineering practices. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
You wake up, it's like, I know engineering now.
I did
know
again
how
with
to
my engineering 101.
Nice.
Very nice. You probably have like a little data jack in the back of your head now.
Nice. I have like a little SD card slot now on my neck.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ren just thinking in his head, "Once if I put a virus in there."
Hello, my boy, how do you feel?
Well, no different at the moment, but I do believe, but I don't know. Feel different, but also kind of the same. It feels.
Ah, the joy of technology. You start with one prosthetic, one implant, and then there you go, you end up a whole new person with oily guts.
Amazing how far it's come.
Yes. You can be anybody you want to be. Such is the
Mhm.
future. So, what are you going to be doing now?
Well, you're gonna be hopefully just going off, doing some jobs. Manuel, of course, keeping an eye out for this person who stole the research.
Great, great. Thank you, thank you.
Of course, sir, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call me.
Of course. I do not require much of you, but if you would like to lend a hand in any research, come on by.
Of course, sir. Honored.
Well, farewell then. Till next time.
He's gonna give Dr. Wheeze like a handshake, and then he'll lead the group out.
Great. Yeah,
Yay, fun.
there's nothing preventing you from going back to your shuttle. Wills and Burke are sitting around. They've taken off their helmets and their armor mostly, and they're just kind of milling about. And Wills kind of looks up at you like, "So I'm gonna be taking the shuttle back probably tonight. I've been away from the family too long as it is."
Ren kind of just nods.
Yay also nods.
Makes sense to him.
Yeah, tell the family we said hello, Wills. Get home safe.
Of course.
I'm sure they're worried.
But got a few hours left to burn. Is there anywhere I can get you?
Well, we'll need our own transportation. Would now be a good time to go back to the gun walls?
Yeah.
Or we're a group, was there something else we were trying to do?
Well, I think it's what we agreed on after the guy got my neural implant. We're gonna go look for a mode of transportation for ourselves.
I say we can look for transportation, and from what I understand, the people who'd want this information, at least from what he was saying, might be the unsavory type, so maybe we can start listening around in your part of town, Edward.
Aye, Wills. Might be best for us to come back to the Gunwalls base with ya.
Indeed.
Sounds good to me. We left our sulfur craft back at Cuggan Shanty, so I say we go back there.
Aye.
Okay.
The blap is gonna take a nap on this ride.
It has been a few hours and a very action-packed day.
It's a blappy nappy.
What takes a nap? It's a dull, uneventful fly back towards Kugan Shanty. As you fly your way across the planet, eventually you make it back to the old starport. Wills actually takes the time to fly out of his way and does a flyby over of the starport that he was telling you about. It really is just this big sandy lot with a big wooden sign, like a billboard out front. And there's a small shack with a kind of like a land vehicle out there. And in this lot, there's just probably 6 or 7 pretty big old-looking ships. A lot of them look like far and free traders, and there's a scout ship thrown in there. They all look pretty old and rusted up. Docking back in the starport, the hatch in the back lowers down, and Wills and Burke grab their gear and their bags and start unloading. Wills points down to Kugan Shanty, and you can also see the shoreline of the Sulphur Sea. There's a small dock where, towards the back, there's a red and black little sulfur craft. That's yours, Edward. You are a captain, and you have your own ship.
Aye.
It's not the most glamorous, but it's your own.
Congrats.
Kugan Shanty, like I said, it's a ramshackle town. In the center of it, there's a long stretch of bizarre, looking tents and tarps. It's all pretty worn down. A lot of seedy-looking characters. You'll see a cat chasing a rat on a fence, and beggars on the street corners, nasty glances, and taverns full of pirates. Someone's gonna say something. I know it.
It's so nice to be out of the city. All the eyes everywhere makes me feel like I'm being watched.
It is more pleasant. For the same reason you say.
Yeah, but it smells like rotten eggs out here.
Yes, and I'm just hoping that we don't meet anyone too unpleasant tonight.
Indeed.
Wills and Burke, they head back towards the sulfur craft, getting it ready. The Gunwall base that you're probably thinking of, Teach, where the High Captain is. He's in a cove towards the northern part of this bay that you're situated in. You're not sure where Hugo is. He could be anywhere. He moves around a lot.
Who's Hugo?
Check the last paragraph of the Gunwall description that I sent you on Discord.
Okay. Oh, my mentor, Fleet Captain Hugo Walt.
Yes.
Okay. And where is he, you said?
You don't know.
Okay, sick.
You could always call him
No, that's
if he has cell signal.
Edward doesn't like calling people. I'll bump into him if I
That's
do.
fair.
I mean, look, I have a computer in my brain. I
makes
can
a lot
probably
of
just
sense.
give off like a friggin' data signal at this point.
Our fucking computers everywhere. Give me a boat in the wide open Sulphur Sea.
But you're wanting an entire ship? Don't you think that'd be a lot of tech for you?
That's what you
is
guys
the
are
price
for.
to pay. Yeah, that's what Harlow Coomer is here for. And Yina.
Nina.
Yina. I'm saying it wrong. That's what my character's gonna do.
Ina, yeah.
Yay. It is Yay Miko.
That sounds like
Yar, that's what I
middling.
said, Yina.
I'm going to slap you.
Fight.
No, it's okay. I get slapped, but because I'm a large human man, it doesn't really do anything. From a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Ah, fucking cats. Cats and computers everywhere. I need to go get a drink. I'll be right back.
This pirate voice is making me throat hurt.
Yeah.
Yar.
Edward goes to the bar, and then Tyler goes to get a drink.
I have another 20 years of whiskey drinking before I sound like this normally.
20 years.
Yar! I've got lymphoma.
If you were loved ones with diagnosed mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Yar! Living on the sulfur sea, breathing in the sulfur air be bad for your lungs. This is not an accent. This is lung damage.
This is lung damage. Hell.
I don't have much longer to live.
You have like one of those boxes on that like smokers have. I've been on the sulfur sea for 60 years.
Can you imagine, though, for real? Your lungs would probably just be fucking fried to a crisp.
You wouldn't have lungs to begin with.
Yes.
Gotta be a hardy. I mean, look, you're probably a little bit, I don't want to say mutated.
Dude, what
You
the fuck?
evolved.
You evolve.
The people here have a little bit hardier lungs, is all I'm saying.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Because actually, on the map, it says this planet has a tainted atmosphere, which actually kind of means that you're supposed to be wearing like filters and shit. But nobody does.
I have a full suit.
So
Wait,
it's
I guess
like,
it doesn't really protect me, but whatever.
yeah. So it's like you're not really supposed to be breathing this air, but you just do anyway. Everybody just kind of fucking tanks it.
Thanks, Sid.
Yeah.
Just kind of used to it at this
You get kind of
point.
used to it. It's like it's on the very low end of tainted.
It's like right there. Like technically, you shouldn't be breathing it in, but like
It's
you'll
like
be
China.
China.
Yeah, it's like China.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah. What are you
We're
guys
going to a
doing?
bar.
Chilling.
What do you mean?
You going to a
Howard
bar?
was going to a bar. That's what he
I
said.
am.
We're going
Yeah,
to a
that's what I-
bar.
that's what
Oh
I
Sure.
yeah.
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Going to
You
the
go to a
club.
bar.
Let's go get drunk.
Let's go get drunk. Fuck it. Do I have drinking music?
Oh shit. Do we even have weapons or anything? Or
I
did we
have
have to
all
leave?
of my weapons.
Yes, you do. And in this
Yep.
part of town, you can wear whatever you want. Nobody cares.
Alright, I was just
Sword.
making sure because I was
Can I
about to
also
think
buy a sword? I just feel like my character needs a sword.
I will give you a cutlass.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
we're not going on another shopping spree, guys.
No, I mean,
Well,
I
no,
don't
he's a
have
pirate.
melee,
He
I
should
just-
have one
it's-
on his ship
it's just
somewhere.
thematic, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I should get melee. Can I get into a bar fight so I have to roll for melee?
Dude,
Oh
I
my
will
God.
not stop you from getting to a bar fight, but at least RP it.
Okay, alright, you know what? I'm not gonna do that.
Aaron will get into the bar fight for you. Don't worry, he's an angry
Okay.
drunk.
What song do I want to play? I don't know.
Alright, so
Okay.
which bar are we headed to? Teach?
Yar, Cuggins.
You know the best one.
Cuggins, well,
Yeah.
Fucking well, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
Works
good.
for me.
Alright. I guess we can start walking there.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love the band they have tonight.
Are they popular around here?
Yeah, Cug and Shanty. Listen, let me tell you. The population on this planet is pretty depressed. I haven't gone into it too much because honestly, it doesn't matter to you. But in a lot of the planet, out in the wastes and stuff. What is this song?
Yeah.
What this fucking song? Oh, what the fuck? Playing twice.
Oof.
There we go. Whoa,
Wrecked.
Spooky Donkey.
is it playing twice for anybody else?
No, it's playing fine for me.
I don't hear
Sounds
nothing.
normal.
Okay.
Edward
whatever.
Teach also knows how to play the harmonica.
Yeah, there's huge complexes of minds where the poor people who don't have skills, they get basically drafted into these mining forces. And it's a miserable time. It's essentially corporate slavery, but through loopholes, it's allowed. You are technically allowed to leave the planet whenever you want. Nobody can afford to. And taking a low berth ride somewhere is just a risk that people aren't really willing to take most of the time.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is it's like the Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave.
Yes. And this kind of just makes the whole atmosphere of the planet, like the population, just depressed. It's poor out here. It's shitty. You live next to a sea that smells like rotten eggs, that has no fish or life in it. You're surrounded by the wastelands. The sky is brown. Smells like fucking rotten eggs. You live in a shanty, but you're free. That's the atmosphere around here. So as you walk into this bar, there's a man sitting up on a balcony with his legs through the beams, and he's playing a harmonica. And there's a man on the lower floor playing a guitar, and throughout the bar you can see burly-looking men and shady characters, pirates of different crews, all kind of just mingling together, playing cards or drinking, playing darts. Bar wenches, hanging around. At the bar
Arr.
itself, there's a...
We found the bitches.
Ah, bitches, my favorites.
Finally.
Yeah, as you walk in, if you look up and a couple guys look at you, hey, it's Teach.
Aye, back in town again.
We heard about the game. Congratulations.
Thank you. Next round's on me, and I'll buy a round for the restaurant.
Yarr! The whole place, gives you
Nice.
a cheer. The bartender rolls his eyes and starts gathering up like 20 fucking glasses. It's all pretty chill.
I'm gonna go play cards with a table.
Ooh,
Ask if I can
art.
sit in.
All right. Anybody else?
I'll join in cards. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, the pirates, they look up at you. None of them are from your crew, however, as Cug and Shanty is kind of this neutral zone. Everybody's kind of at least neutral with each other, even if you have past conflicts. You might recognize one guy as like someone, a couple years ago you might have gotten into a smuggling conflict with, you both wanted the same contract or something. But even if he gives you a couple of sly glances, he still is pretty amicable with you. Go ahead and roll gambling.
Hell yeah.
Hell
dude.
yes.
Can
I'm
I
gonna do some
wait?
gambling. What?
Can I use dexterity as my modifier?
Can you use intelligence to know how to play the game?
Yeah, I'm fine with both.
Hell yeah.
Hells yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, I did
Mm.
good.
mine did not hit that
Alright, Trent and Harlow, you're standing by or getting drinks, doing whatever you're doing.
Brenda's getting drinks.
What are you doing,
Okay.
Coomer?
He's gonna watch.
You got a little
Yay.
bit of a headache.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're playing, and after about 30 or 40 minutes, Edward and Lena, the two guys that are sitting around you, there's 5 of you playing right now. 2 of them get knocked out. You manage to make some gains on the profits. However, the guy that's sitting directly across from you, Teach, he's pretty good, man. Like, Lena, you're especially doing really well. But he has a slight chip lead over you regardless. And he's kind of regarding you like, hey, you're pretty good at this.
Why, thank you. You are too.
So, what brings you into the shanty, you two?
I don't like all the eyes always on me. I kind of am a visually interesting individual to stare at, and
You are kind
sometimes
of bright.
yeah, and it's nice to be in a place with less people staring. I don't mind some staring, obviously. I mean,
Well, you're in the right place. There's plenty of freaks and weirdos around here.
indeed.
The pot is about, it's probably like 1,500 credits.
Each or across 2 of
Just
the
total. It's not
Okay.
a lot of money.
not bad. We'll split it in
I mean,
two,
it's like
guess.
$1,500. You know, it's pretty high end,
Not
but
bad.
relatively.
750 each.
No, it would be
Oh, that's the pot,
what's
not the
what's
winning?
1,500 divided by 5?
300.
1500 divided by 5. That's
300.
So yeah, it's like 300 credits each buy-in.
Ah, okay.
I should have told you that before we started playing.
That's-
Sorry.
That's money is
Can I
money.
go all in?
Yeah, let's make another round. That was like the first round you managed to knock out the other 2. This guy you're
So
playing
do we
with, he is pretty good though.
Do we make even then, or
Make another gambling roll.
Hell yeah, let's keep going.
yeah, let's go.
I'm trying to make some money, guys.
I'm just
You
having
forgot-
fun.
You forgot to add. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Continuing with intelligence.
Oh
Oof.
no.
Oh,
And
he's-
I'm drinking, so
wow.
that's what
So
happens.
hey, this guy, he's talking to you and he's like, you know, asking you questions and distracting you. Under your nose, he pulls out a pair of aces over your hand, and you were just not paying attention close enough, and he managed to get you. Over time, yeah, he manages to knock you out of the game.
Maybe I shouldn't drink next time I want to gamble.
Better luck next time, girl.
Indeed.
Now then.
Do I subtract 300 then?
Yes.
Alright.
Harlow and Tren, you know, you're sitting around, you hear a couple of thugs. They don't seem to be pirate affiliated, mostly just cloak wearing travelers or something like that. They may have even wandered in from a different planet, you know. They're sitting around talking and drinking. It's like, oh, the business is booming lately. Yeah, there's a big ship coming in. Large shipment of goods going to the mega city. Yeah, there's plenty of interesting things going on in the city, too. Well, have you heard about the terrorist attacks? Yeah, it's like every week now. City's going to hell. What else is new?
Harlow's gonna. What is it? He's gonna try and listen in on whatever they're talking about. So that would.
Yeah,
that'd
they're
be
whispering among themselves. You can make like a recon or investigate.
Okay.
Well, recon, probably.
Alright, recon it is. So then what I would use.
Streetwise would even work. Basically, yeah, just tell me what skill you want to use, and
Yeah.
tell me why it makes sense.
Use streetwise because I mean, something like this. It's like eavesdropping.
Yeah,
And-
and then like understanding what they're talking about. Maybe they're using like lingo or something.
And for skill, I don't know what, like, I guess maybe like intellect, I guess, to kind of understand like whatever they're talking about.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right, sweet.
If Coomer wants, he could possibly talk to me. Maybe I would know a few of the words where he could be like, "Wait, what does this mean?" So
That's
could
true.
I roll my streetwise to
To help
attempt to help him?
him. Right. Yep. You'll be applying your effect to his roll.
Right. So,
Wait a second, Coomer.
stupid. Sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah, don't roll yet.
So yeah, my streetwise, and I assume that would be my intellect of just knowing.
Yeah.
Nice.
9, so that's an effect of 1. So you can add a +1 to your roll there, Coomer. Wow.
I didn't even need it.
Oh shit.
He's got some good ears.
Damn.
So with Trent's help, you know they're playing cards over there, and Edward and this guy are the last two, and they're pretty focused on their game. You see Lena gets wrecked and loses. You're sitting over there eavesdropping on these thugs that are sitting by the bar. You know, like they're using a lot of lingo and like pirate speak, but you know, like local dialect basically. But Trent can help you out picking out words that you don't understand, and you have really sharp hearing. And using your intelligence, you kind of understand, you know, put together the pieces of what they're talking about. According to them, there is a land vehicle moving across the wastes from the city to Kugan Shanty in the starport. Apparently, in like a few days, some kind of ship is coming to pick somebody up and take them off the planet. And this is some kind of important deal to these guys. They're kind of just gossiping about it.
Okay.
Just from their talk and the general layout of the planet, they're probably driving, coming in from the east.
Okay. Good to know.
Edward, you are 1v1ing this man. Let's make another gambling roll to see who wins.
I'm all in.
Arr, me too. It's a bad hand. Fuck.
This man all in on a
Oh no.
4-7 offsuit.
Oh no.
4 or 5 offsuit. Wait, no, 4 8 offsuit.
Fuck. And he throws his cards down. Congratulations, you win 1,500 credits.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hells yeah, boy.
Damn it. Good game, good game. As
Good
if you
game.
need more money, right, Teach?
Yarr, I'm on a
That's
hot streak.
You should gamble a little bit more often, but your streak will run out sooner or later. And he shakes
Friend
his
will-
fist at you.
Friend will yell once he hears he wins. More rounds, Edward! Come on!
One more round for
another
the
one.
bar.
Woo.
Arr! So you probably
Tequila
spend
for this
like
one.
200 credits buying drinks for everybody twice.
That's cool. So I get 1,300 positive.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And it is an entire shot of vodka and 2 glasses of wine deep in alcohol at this point. Does she need to do some kind of constitution check to see if she's drunk as shit?
That's up to you.
I'll do it. What do I roll for that?
Do it.
Endurance?
What do you want to roll for it?
You'd probably
Uh,
Probably endurance.
Can I roll deception with endurance to pretend like she's not drunk?
Sure.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's gonna be bad, but she's trying her best. All right, so that's just gonna be untrained skill with endurance because nothing else makes any sense. It's gonna have to be a physical skill. It's not gonna be dex and it's not gonna be strength. So
Let's see
logically,
it.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
endurance.
Roll it. That's it.
It's gonna be so bad.
Oh,
Oh, that actually wasn't bad.
You're not
but
too bad.
not as
Yeah, I
bad as
mean,
it
you're
could've been.
kind of tipsy. You're probably, if anybody talks to you for any length of time, you're pretty obviously drunk.
She's like
good for you.
standing there, looking not drunk, but the second you interact with her, you're like, oh, she drunk.
She's wasted.
Mm-hmm.
A bar wench comes up to Trent like, "Hello there, handsome." She's like 50 years old.
All right, I'm gonna roll with my endurance
Roll for
plus my
Roll for beer goggles.
roll for
2d6
beer
inches.
goggles.
Average. No, above average.
Slightly above average.
I
Slightly.
guess. Yeah,
Moderate.
I
girth.
will. I will go with my endurance to actually like keep my head about me, and I guess. Oh, what would I even want to roll with that? I would hate to say investigate, but I'm gonna have to roll investigate with it, and I know I'm gonna fail because of this combo.
Here's the thing. I fully expected 100% to fail that deception check. I did not fail it anywhere near as bad as I should have with a -4.
So you're getting drunk.
Yeah.
You're all getting drunk.
Oh hell yeah.
Now,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
a shady. This is a shady town. But, I mean, Edward, you're kind of at home here.
No one really wants to mess with Edward.
Friend
Or-
kind of trusts he's an alien, so nobody would really fuck with him.
And that's pretty fair on this planet. That is not like an unfair thing to think.
Ye just kind of assumes that the rest of y'all will prevent her from being kidnapped by some random guy. Whether or not that's a justified thought, she likes to believe the better of you.
we'll see. Yar.
The day winds on. The sky outside starts to dim. Time passes.
Another shot for the road with tequila.
Yeah, it's a few hours voyage to the Gunwall's hideout, where the High Captain is.
So I
I'm
guess-
not flying. I'm drunk.
We sail. I'll pilot. I'm only a little drunk.
We need our designated driver.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
I'm
do
fair
you know
enough.
how to
down the
actually do it?
I think do I have anything flying?
Yeah, it's good enough for me.
I have.
Survived a
Basic-
crash before.
Eh. Wait, why are we flying? I thought we were taking like a rowboat.
I don't know what we're taking.
Row your boat.
But whatever it
my-
is, I can survive it crashing.
I'm taking my ship. You can come with me if you'd like.
Sure. I'll give you pointers, and then you can ignore me because I'm drunk. So
Pointers
shotgun.
on a seafaring vessel. You ever sail the sulfur seas before, lass?
It's a ship. They're all the same.
Yar.
Your ship is a big, bulky, metallic iron-looking thing. Kind of looks like an old steamboat.
A beautiful old steamboat.
Yes, indeed. Wills and Burke have spent most of the day getting it ready, and then they look at you and like Burke's like, "Hey, we're getting paid for all this, right?"
Yar, you should have been at the tavern for the free beer.
Oh well, someone has to actually get work done around here.
I kid, Wills. You know I'll take care of you.
Anyway, we ready to set off?
Hi.
Fern kind of
Hi.
looks groggy at him. I thought you had to see your family.
My family is up at the port to the north.
Ah,
We got their yeah. The pirates had like their own towns related to their
yeah,
crews.
that's fine. And Trent will proceed to walk on all fours to attempt to find a place to lay down for this ship ride.
Lena's just gonna take a nap. Probably. Drunk nap, of course.
Trent is walking on all fours because it feels more stable on ships.
Can I make a seafaring check?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
You don't
dude.
have to. This is a standard thing that you do all the time. But if you'd like to, yeah.
Can I use Dex as my modifier for steering?
Yeah.
Roll for trick shot.
Trick shot the boat. Oh,
Water
no.
drift
You're a little drunk, bro.
it.
You kind of take you a little too far east.
Oof.
And you find
A
yourself
little-
at the pass, and Wills kind of comes up to where you're driving. He's like, "Hey, where you going, Teach?"
I maybe many at the tavern will.
We're not going to the mega city, Teach. We need to go. We need to go
no, yeah.
west. Follow the land.
All right. I follow the land with the spooky change in music.
Whap, 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 whap.
Yeah. The
Wow.
Gunwall City. No, not Gun City. What? You don't like the music?
I'm just making a joke.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Mhm.
it just resets the volume.
music
and
stopped
let
for
change
me.
the
It
music.
does that a lot.
No, I stopped it.
No, play the
Oh.
music. I actually really like the music.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Fuck you.
I'm trying to
in
set the
case
mood.
you're wondering how to adjust it better,
I know.
go to the global volume controls.
Ooh, that
It
is
controls
big
it better
brain.
than changing the other one.
Oh, there's global controls for audio?
Hmm.
So this little shack town that the Gunwalls have set up.
Oh.
Where is it?
Go to where the music is,
I see.
and above currently playing, there should be global volume controls.
Yeah, I
And you
see
can
it.
set the playlist.
Oh, big hype.
Genius.
Just note it resets every time you log in.
That's
That's better than every song.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Mark.
Matt.
Back to the DM.
I talk so much.
Hi, Boyd.
The defining feature of this Gunwall town is a large bay that sulfur feeds into, and it goes into a large circular building that kind of has an open air feel to it, and it's pretty massive. You can sail through it and like a channel. There are buildings on either side, and small craft are moving around past you. The Gunwall colors are flying, and everybody. You know a lot of these people. Teach you've been here your whole life. The Gunwall building in the
It's
back.
home to me.
Yeah, and there's actually already a few other colors as well as other crew captains are beginning to gather up for this declaration that your high captain has. As you can sail back or dock wherever you'd like. The large building is where the high captain sits, and there's kind of a council-ish type of feel to the whole thing, where like a round table, and you know from experience that the high captain sits back up on I don't want to say throne, but a high seat in the back. Lots of armor guards and this very honor among thieves feel to it. Do you live here?
I live on my boat,
Okay,
but maybe it spends a lot of time here.
that would make sense. There are other gun wall encampments, you could say, but this is the main town.
Okay. Fucking sick, dude.
It is poor,
Who's sick?
similarly kind of miserable as everywhere else, but it's home.
It's a place for us gunwalls and pirates to go.
And it's really all you can ask for.
Always nice to have a home.
Indeed.
So how long until the big meeting for you?
That's a
I
good
assume
question, Tren. Wills,
Hmm.
what are the plans?
Well, you'll probably have to go ask somebody, but I'm thinking they'll probably want to wait until dawn at least.
We'll make ourselves at home for the night.
Sounds good. If you all turn in, maybe
Friend's
sleep
looking
in
for a
the-
bathhouse before he falls asleep, but that's
A
about
bathhouse?
Hell yeah.
Water's too sparse, man, for a bathhouse. There are machines that generate water, that kind of like pull in the air,
it.
but
Oof.
it's too sparse to use kind of like that. And yes, this does mean that a lot of the people you meet out here do not smell very pleasant. But it kind of gets masked by the egg smell, so like win-win.
When?
Yeah, no bathhouse. Not even really a bath.
Hmm.
Where's the thing?
I go chill with some gun walls, some old friends. I just kind of ditch these guys.
Word. Is there anything in particular you want to do, or you just meeting up with
Get
some
more
bros?
drunk with the pirate bros. Arr!
Cool. Yeah, they're happy to see you, and you all go out to celebrate your victory over Colve. It's a big deal. You're kind of like a local hero right now.
Question though, because I know we were fighting our way off. Like, how did that impact the gun walls that were there? Were there like a lot that died, or go? Because it was kind of fighting as we were leaving.
Yeah, you ask, your comrades that, and they kind of get solemn for a minute. They'll tell you that two gunwall pirates in the shootout had gotten shot, and kind of as a result bled out from their wounds. But they don't
No
blame
amount of
you.
winnings, no booty is worth a life like that.
Yeah, they're upset about it, but they don't blame you. They hate Colve and his crew.
Hmm.
As the night winds on, dawn will eventually come again. In the morning, if most of you are maybe sleeping on the ship, if you wake up, the channel is now filled with many more ships of varying pirate colors.
Is there any that's green?
Yeah, there's like a green and an orange one.
Okay, that is all.
Okay.
I need that for later. That's all.
The ports are full of, armed pirates of varying factions, and some of them don't get along. A few fistfights even kind of break out, and the crews involved kind of just let the individuals get it out of their systems. Nobody resorts to guns or anything like that because there's a very enforcing the peace through violence feel in the air right now. A lot of intimidating, heavily armed guys that are all part of different crews. Like you see, rugged, rough, scarred up pirates. There's even coming off of a pink and black flag ship is this kind of scantily clad, voluptuous woman pirate with an entourage of massive, heavily armed men, eye patch and the works. A lot of interesting characters. Teach, how drunk did you get?
Pretty drunk.
So in the morning, you feel someone poking your face, and it sounds like what's in the distance. You wake up in a mound of trash in a back alley, and there's a guy leaning over you, poking your face. Ed.
Leave me alone.
Boy, get the fuck up before I smack you.
The fuck do you want?
You groggily maybe open your eyes and you see this 60-year-old bearded man glaring down at you, Hugo Walt, and he kind of like reaches down and he grabs you by your hair and kind of gives you a smack. Wake up, you little fucking ingrate.
Hugo, I was looking for you all night last night. Wanted to buy you a drink.
I just got in this morning. Of course I'd find you drunk off your ass back here.
I made money. What else do you want from me?
Not to piss it all away in the drink as soon as you get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough, Hugo.
Get the fuck up. You look
I
like
guess
shit.
it's time for work.
Come on. So, have you heard about the meeting? I assume that's why you're here.
I haven't heard much other than to show up.
Aye, that's the general thing. Seems like he wants everybody here in person. It's a tense situation.
What have you heard so far?
Well, there's a lot of gravity to it. It sounds like whatever they're declaring, they think is going to shake things up pretty badly for everyone. Captain Rod, he doesn't usually like to gather people up like this. It's been a long time since the last time this has occurred. It's all pretty shady, in my opinion.
You know how much trouble is caused when we all gather together.
Kind of as you say that, there's like, in the distance by the port, there's a sound of a gunshot, and then 3 other gunshots go off in like a couple seconds later. And
yep.
Hugo looks up and then like back down to you, is like, yeah.
That's about as expected.
But I'll be heading over there, so I'll see you there.
See ya, Hugo. It's good to see your face.
Yeah, seeing your face always. Whatever. And he limps off.
Friend would be on the ship asking where Edward is.
Wills and Burke fucked off. They're not here. It's just you guys.
Oh, I'm just yelling off the edge to whoever happens to be walking by.
As you're doing that, the female pirate is walking by. She looks up at you like, "What is that?"
That's a blep.
I'm somebody asking a question. Where is Edward?
How should I know? But look, he's like a little lizard. Do you see that? How adorable. Would you like a job?
What kind of job?
Serving drinks and can you sing? Do you have songs of your people?
I am not going to be a bartender.
Well, that's a shame. You would have made a unique addition to my crew. Let me know if you change your mind. And she blows you a kiss.
If
Keeps
you
moving.
find Edward, I might change my mind.
I don't know who that is. Bye. And she waves behind her.
That's great.
All right, who am I yelling at next?
Everybody. They all kind of give you the same general thing. Nobody knows who you're talking about.
You spot a dog and you just start shouting at it, hoping it'll respond.
You know,
in
actually,
words.
you do see Colve and his crew arrive. They all look pretty pissed, and they all arrive on one ship. Colve has his own band, a brief history. He's kind of a parasitic pirate. He kind of preys on the weak and builds up his wealth that way. Teach really did a number to his assets with this gamble. Colve kind of got a little reckless, thinking he could cheat. So he's pissed. But according to the laws of this town, that the unspoken laws, he's can't just fucking get you. But he wants to.
I'd like
The
to
one
see him
rule is,
try.
And he glares at you, Tren. You're unique enough to remember. He knows that you're the guy who fixed the cheating. So as you're walking by asking where Ed is, Colve's crew, he looks up at you and glares in recognition, and he spits, and he manages to restrain himself from saying anything, moving towards the massive building where the High Captain is.
Ren will ignore the spitting. He doesn't really care too much about people being stupid towards him. He just wants the answer to his question.
Nobody,
And if
nobody's gonna answer
nobody's...
you.
I'm going to the green and orange ship then.
Why?
Because I'm going to find somebody on there who knows. He trusts those colors.
Okay, yeah. There are green and orange, colored pirates that are blocking the gangway up to the ship. And, you come up and one of them kind of stands in front of you and is like, you lost?
Do you know where Teach is?
Who's that? Do you know what Teach? No.
Edward.
Hey, isn't that, a smuggler? Gunwale smuggler. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he took out Colve in the game the other day, didn't he? Damn. Sorry, fellow, I don't know where he is.
But why are you flying these colors if you ain't got the info?
What? Listen, little, reptile man. We do not know this area very well. We are far to the east.
What does being in the east have to do with flying the colors of an info ship and not having the info?
I think something's wrong with this alien. Yeah, I think something's wrong with his brain. Sorry, fellow, we cannot help you.
So which way do we go for the big hubbub?
Have I stumbled back yet?
Yeah, you stumble onto the dock, seeing Tren harassing some pirates who are just completely helpless.
Where's Trent?
Trent will turn around. Ah, I have found him. Now you know Edward is there. And Trent will scurry off.
I got a little too drunk last night.
Clearly.
Let's head off to the meeting, though.
Are we allowed in?
I bet I can get us in early.
Yeah. You're expected.
Wait, Trent's expected? That feels weird.
Not you.
Pirate in the galaxy.
Feels weird about this.
People care about me? That's normal.
This music doesn't really fit.
All I heard was the bong from it. Uh,
I
so,
don't really
how
have.
are your buddies doing?
My buddies?
Yeah. I was with the other two all night.
Ah, the gun walls. They're always a fun bunch to be around. I miss them every time I leave. I gotta tell you though, Tren, I don't remember much of
Maybe you should lighten up when you go out.
What's the fun in that?
Remembering.
The air is tense in the central building. It's this huge, like half dome-ish looking building with, as the closer you get to it, a lot of more heavily armed gun walls appear, and they're friendly to you, Teach, but the air is very tense as all the crews are gathered together. A lot of the goons are forced to stay outside, so they form a perimeter around the building. And the captains and then their entourages head in. There's a huge kind of wooden table with no chairs or anything in the center of this kind of dimly lit room. There are fire torches lit up around the entire length of the wall. It all gives it this kind of dark, eerie feeling, and everybody gathers up around the wooden table in the center. Towards the back are many heavily armed gun walls. One of them is wearing this full metallic plate. He kind of looks like a walking tank, and he is wielding a chain gun. Towards the back is a man, or he looks like a man. He has a face mask situated over his head and a hose feeding into his chair. He has what looks like a battle axe of some kind draped across his knees. And he kind of like leans forward. He's a big, kind of thin looking man. And his face is completely concealed by these big round red-eyed goggles. You know this to be the High Captain Rod. Edward, you can take your place. There's an open spot between, around. Colve is situated on one part of the table, and he recognized you immediately upon entering. He's been kind of glaring at you this whole time.
I ignore him and just take my seat. I'm very eager to hear what the hell they're dragging me over here for.
There's no seats. Everybody's standing around. Hugo, he spots you and he makes his way over to you. This is tense, isn't it?
I never like being in this crowded of a room.
Especially with all these guns.
Especially with all these pirates. Can't trust them.
Colby's been glaring dagged at you this whole time.
I would be too if I was him.
With a stomp, the man in the metallic suit brings attention to the far end of the room. A pirate wearing a vest. He looks pretty well kept, but he's got long blonde hair that he keeps in a ponytail, and he's got only an auto pistol at his side hanging from a holster. He steps in front of the High Captain, who's kind of a little slumped forward in his chair, staring at the room through the mask. Thank you all for coming. The High Captain extends his greeting to all crews of the Sulphur Seas and bids us all a peaceful gathering. You are all friends here today. And there's like kind of laughter at that throughout the room. The High Captain would like to speak. And the man, he kind of stands up. He's scrawny. He's kind of bent over a little bit. He's kind of a strange figure to see. And he, let me see if I have the right voice for this.
Test. Yeah, that's right. We have been trapped on this planet for so long. I have sailed upon the Sulphur Seas for my entire life. My lungs and my face are forever scarred. And I will never be more than a pirate on a dead sea. I wish to change this. Some of you may be familiar. There is an organization on the planet known as 45. We have a business relationship. This organization has grown for decades, and now they spread throughout every facet of our society. There may even be some believers among us here now. Their goal is nothing short of genocide, inciting violence and chaos throughout the planet through hunger and terrorism, bringing people to the brink and breaking their spirits. Billions dead. The gun walls declare their support for this cause. We will assist in a more direct fashion going forward.
And there's a kind of an outburst to this. Many people around the room react in different ways. Some with indifference, some yell out in shock and protest. Protest. Colvey, he speaks out verbally. You insane bastard! What? What do you mean by this?
The purpose is perhaps not clear to you. This new world that they wish to build is an impossibility. However, this may be our best chance. There are multiple starports located around Voskl Central. They are heavily guarded Imperium starports that we could never hope to take. However, in the event of a planet-wide uprising, mass genocide and a breakdown of society, then we could move in. We could take the ships and the starports for ourselves, jump to a different system, and take to the space that we have yearned to explore for so long. No longer will we be confined to this damn planet. Who will join us in this? Let us join the crews together and take what is ours.
there is again just a kind of a breakdown of conversation. The implications of what's being said right now are pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Hugo kind of looks at you, Teach, like, can you believe this shit?
Another damn person wants me to stay on this planet.
What do you mean by that?
Aren't we? We're trying to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you got reasons not to.
you can leave if you want. If you want to buy a ship and leave, that's fine. But you've lived here your whole life, so this is kind of important. Yeah, essentially what he's saying is that they're going to, well,
45 is gonna pull a terrorism.
right.
Oh, you know what? That's a lot of combat, maybe. Maybe I'll stick around.
A lot of the crews, without going too much into it, so I'm not talking to myself, they're pretty split. A lot of them like the idea of seizing these jump capable ships for themselves and escaping and become like space pirates. That's awesome. That's a great idea. But some of them
rad
have
idea.
consciences and inciting, supporting the 45 and accelerating that cause, lending them the firepower to achieve their goals, and the resulting genocide would be, you know. It's all pretty split.
Stren will walk up to Edward, kind of poke him on the shoulder. I would not recommend getting stolen ships if your goal is ships. It's hard to move as a pirate in space. On the seas, there's not many people to chase you. It's easier to take things out, but in space, takes one shot, that ship's done. Everybody on board's dead.
Very
You try to go
true.
to a new planet, your entire ship isn't accepted. It's a lot harder to hide that than just an entire regular ship in the sulfur seas. It's not as well accepted in other planets to just have stolen goods, especially government goods. Maybe private goods are not too bad, but government things from starports? That'll be chaos trying to keep one of those ships.
Yeah, you're gonna draw a lot of attention.
Those are some wise words, Tren. The gunwalls are used to the sulfur seas.
I come from a different planet, different system. It's never like the sulfur seas. There's freedom here. And
Maybe it's not yet time to leave.
Mm.
I'm fine with leaving, but if we're gonna leave, we gotta be legal about it. Because I don't think we can get far in space. Illegally, at least.
It
Yeah.
depends. There are outlets. You can figure something out. Where
Trent
there's a
don't know
will, there's
that.
a way.
Trent doesn't know that.
Oh,
Trent's talking from his experience. He comes from the scouts. He's from the government in some ways.
Well, just as like a general knowledge, there are means of repurposing a ship and getting credentials for it.
Yeah.
It is
Would
a
Edward know
possibility.
that?
It's just kind of a known thing. It could be done.
Okay.
It's probably expensive and illegal, but it could be done. Just like Lena's identity could be forged.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, if you have some kind of contact, again, that could get you into a government systems, could be easier. Or you could just pay out your ass. I mean, bribing someone always works eventually.
How far down criminal route do we want to go? Or is that an in-character? That's an in-character?
That is absolutely an in-character conversation you guys need to have.
That's a
Yar.
great question.
I mean, this is a conversation you guys need to have eventually. Is what are your motivations? What do you want to do? I think now is a good time to start thinking about that and figuring that out.
Huh?
What are your goals? You just found out what the gun walls want. And if I can give you an outsider's input, the end result, if they were to succeed, would your crew would eventually take to space. And you would have a spacefaring pirate crew that you are affiliated with that could have benefits. You would also have a ship that would be stolen, but figure something out. Or you could just
No,
not.
we sell the ship after we steal it for parts to
Yeah,
get more money.
You could
Buy
fence it.
ourselves a better legal ship.
Yeah,
There's
stealing a
ways that we
ship
can
is a
have
great
illegal.
idea if you plan for it and figure something out.
Good quick profits. You could sell them out for parts.
It has its own problems, of course, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you would never make it easy on us.
Well, it doesn't sound easy to succeed.
True, true. Hmm.
He hasn't said any specific plans. He's just going to try to accelerate this. So, if you were interested in helping, you could maybe learn more.
Yeah, I'd be down to learn some more.
Yeah, let's go
Well-
ask him some more. Can we go talk to him and maybe reference Rory and be like, hey, Rory was asking us for some help too. What do you guys, what are they planning?
So, one second, sorry.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Yeah, I'm also going to use the restroom. Let's take a
Break time.
10 minutes. Yeah,
Having a break.
What time is it?
9:40.
9:30.
9:30.
Yeah. Are you there, Dr. Kumar?
I am. Sorry, I just kind of disappeared.
You're good. What are your thoughts?
Both
Both in character and out of character, I guess.
out of character, what in fuck is going on?
Oh, we're about to blow up this entire planet. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Space
That-
pirate genocide.
Yeah. That's essentially what he is proposing. Or we can try to run from here before that.
That
Bren pretty much fell on the side of it'd probably be preferable to stay on the legal side.
yeah.
But he's not going to drag both the entire, like everybody with him on that side. In the end, I'm not going to say he's loyal to anybody in this party yet, but he doesn't have many attachments
Fair enough.
yet. So he prefers the easier way, if that makes sense.
Nah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. I like this game. Traveler's fun.
The city is green.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Yes, yes.
Yeah, just the lights are off and I have lightly pile of stuff that I need to put away. So I'm gonna put the pile of stuff away.
Pile it.
Nani? Kawa.
Nanny.
Nani?
Nani?
Elena is back.
Nani?
I think the only one missing is Teach.
Ook. Ook, 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 ook. Ook.
Blah blah blah.
Monkey brain need nanner.
I'd like to
Ook.
learn blep. It's very simple to learn. It's blep blep. Blep blep blep.
It is
blep,
not simple to learn at all. Their home planet's like
What?
quack, 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 quack.
Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah.
Their language is like quack, 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 quack.
Yeah. But
Like
like
that.
the thing is, you hear Trent saying "blap," but he's saying other things. It just sounds like a blap.
It's just different
Like-
intonations and stuff.
Yeah, a blaps and cacks.
And there's like it's like blap and black. You know, you kind of like throw it together.
Yeah.
Tyler, are you back? Tyler. Tyler, I need you. You are the chosen one. Don't try it. You are my brother.
You are my brother, Anakin.
I hate you. Nani? Ook? Donkey Kong memes are top tier. Oh shit.
Nani?
Okay, let's continue. We're all back.
Pog champ.
So, a lot of the crews filtered out Teach. After a long and heated debate, I don't know if you participated or not. You could if you'd like to.
I stayed out of it since
Yeah.
I have personal ties with the 45.
Yeah, so there's a lot of heated debate. A lot of crews leave immediately, because I mean it's heavy, you know. It's a lot to agree to, but many other crews will stay behind and at least hear out the ideas and the plans because
Did the hot chick stay?
sure, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh
Bitch
yeah,
is
brother.
great.
Colvey left immediately. He seemed actually very morally disgusted with the idea.
Because he's a baby back bitch.
Genocide, fucking ain't shit. So eventually you're left with a handful of captains and crews standing around the high captain's chair. And the high captain, so a little bit of background, Teach. You are a family friend of Rory Vallis. You are actually the person that created the connection between the 45 and the gun walls.
Yeah. So it's kind of my fault. Are there any other captains that are pissed at me personally?
I don't think many other people know about that.
Okay, sick.
The High Captain knows, and he encourages it because he's been planning this for a while. Or you can so
Interesting.
surmise. So he looks at you actually, and
Edward, it is good to see you. How goes your travels? I heard you fared well in the asteroid.
They've been interesting lately, I can say that for sure.
I am glad that you came today, for you were the key piece in our plans for the 45 and this planet. You are good friends with Rory and his son Benjamin Vallis, are you not?
Aye.
We wish to begin operations to advance their plans. Pooling our resources together with our firepower and their connections, we could bring down key parts of society, the infrastructure and the government, and in so cut off the planet from the outside resources that we so desperately need to survive. During the chaos, we will take the starports, steal the ships for our own, and jump away before the Imperium has time to react. For that, we will need your cooperation. Are you with us, Edward Teach?
It's a bold move. Why so strongly supporting the 45 now? Moving from our strictly trade agreements. You finally sick of this place that much?
there's a bit of a silence. And the other crews, the woman stands next to you and is like, yes, why now? The High Captain, he again stands up and he reaches up and grabs the hose connecting to his face and he pulls on it. A bit of steam releases from the edges of the mask as it pulls off of his face, and you can see that there is a bald, sparsely haired man with a sharp, narrow, hawkish looking face, and there are blue lines stretching across his face, and his eyes are slightly bloodshot. There's a voice modulator kind of installed onto his throat.
The Sulfur Seas have taken my health and destroyed my body. I do not have many years left. I have waited long enough.
The Sulfur Sea's taken years off of my life as well. I'm sure we can all say the same thing.
I know that the price of life is high. It is a lot to ask. We will be the doom of an entire world, and yet, what is one planet in the grand scheme of space? Our prosperity will be assured at the cost of so many others who did not deserve it. And is that not a goal that the 45 identify with quite strongly?
Aye.
He has a point.
Indeed.
Edward's getting convinced by he doesn't like people get fucked up on the Sulphur Sea. It's convincing to say, let's get the fuck out of here.
And, all these people in these towns, I mean, the ships that you would be stealing could probably fit a lot of these people or all of these people. You would be saving your crew and the related people involved, along with many others. You would be
We would unify the pirate crews across the Sulphur Seas. We would leave no one behind, taking to the stars and starting a new life, where our children will not have to suffer the sulfur in their lungs day in and day out. We will not be oppressed or sent to the mines. I think it is worth it.
And the High Captain, he turns out to be a pretty charismatic guy. The crews that are remaining to hear him out, they protest, and the general thing is the billions dead part of the plan. But they all like what they're hearing otherwise.
Yeah, Edward's not saying nothing, but he's pretty convinced.
He gives you a side glance, Edward. At some point during the meeting, he kind of clasps you on the shoulder silently and starts heading out of the building. The meeting kind of winds on, and you've heard his ideas and his plans. Essentially, you could talk to him or somebody here and figure out the specifics if you wanted to take jobs for this. But you're also free to take your time and think about it. You're free to do what you want.
Yar, what do the rest of y'all think?
I think it's an interesting offer.
Might be an opportunity for us to get out of here.
Indeed.
The sky is brown. The port is packed full of pirates. The air is tense and somber, and there's a lot to think about.
Edward,
Aye?
are you actually gonna be okay with all that blood on our hands?
I already have a lot of blood on my hands, Tren.
Not an entire planet's worth.
Aye. Who knows if I'll be able to just walk away like that. But saving future gunwalls from the pains of the Sulphur Sea is something that might be worth the sacrifice.
Couldn't you just transport people? Do you really need to sit there and have an entire planet go to waste? It only takes a few ships.
That's a good question. Why would they not have already done this?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. I mean,
It costs money.
it
Like,
costs
you
a
need
lot of
somebody
money. These people
bankrolling
live
this.
in shacks.
True.
The starport, it's a starport, but at most, the ships are only going to be capable of jump 1. And these ships are going to be heavily guarded by, outside parties. One ship is not enough to transport. It's not like 50 people living in a town out here.
Yeah, no.
There's many people out here. And where are you gonna go? How are you gonna pay? How are you gonna feed them? None of the ships can take you anywhere worth going. What are you gonna do? Risk thousands and thousands of people in low berth? Just have hundreds of them, thousands of them die? And people are used to it. How are you gonna convince all these people to get onto these shitty ships and risk their lives?
By blowing up the planet. You can't stay.
Well,
That is serious
the
logic.
way I see it is that stealing these ships, you would also be stealing a lot of the supplies and the higher tech and better ships, and then you could be heavily armed and go out and start pirating. That's the pirates' general idea. It's just a much better start, you know.
Certainly interesting, that's for sure.
You don't have much holding you back here, yay.
Very true. I have little attachment to the planet specifically. But I mean, I would enjoy, greater good trying to save people that can't get off this place. I mean, ends justify the means, I guess. Of course. Back to your initial point of not having many ties, that also means who am I to make the final decision?
Harlow, you have a lot of ties here. I'm sure this isn't very good news that the planet might descend into anarchy.
No, it's not. I'm afraid I'm worried for Dr. Weasley. I'm afraid that we can't let that happen.
Fair point.
Did they happen to say how soon they plan on attempting to push this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, they're basically. Actually, that's a good point. I should say something. I forgot about this.
Edward, a moment.
Aye.
Your connection with Rory Alice. We wish you to begin the negotiations. We would like to tell you, for you to tell him that the Gunwall support his cause, crook and hook. We will do whatever it takes to have his dream come true.
And when he asked what's in it for you,
Tell him the truth. We will seize the starports. Our reward will be what we take.
fair, I will pass along the message.
Thank you. You have been a good captain for us, Edward.
And the Gunwalls have been a good family.
Yes, a family.
Nope.
Well,
Okay.
either way, we gotta go tell your buddy that they're in on it.
Yeah.
Right?
So, guess we're gonna probably tell him in person. How do you think we should get there? Or do we just want to call him on the phone? I know you don't like phone calls. And
Phone
plus,
calls for stuff like this is probably ill-advised.
Yeah.
So
especially since they might tap the line.
common knowledge
Yep.
that everybody would know. Mobile comms on high tech level worlds typically are connected to a central network, so they work planet wide. But that has all the implications attached to it. So what you just said
Bill
about
Gates is
not
watching.
being very safe, valid concern.
My comms isn't even encrypted. It's a bad idea. We should go visit him in person.
Indeed.
Yeah. How are we gonna get there though?
Always asking the good questions, Tren.
On a scale of boat to space boat, what kind of distance are we talking? How far away is it?
You could certainly just ask the captain if you keep using the shuttle you have. That's fine with me. He would even like grant you full permission to it, as long as you don't try to like take it off planet or anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, free shuttle.
Free ship, let's go!
Free ship! Boys! We're going off planet! You
Yep,
can't
flying
stop us!
Flying straight into the fucking atmosphere.
It's flying straight to the sun.
Yeah, actually, this is a spacecraft, isn't it? Oh shit! I just gave
Yeah,
you a
it's a
spaceship.
shuttle.
Okay, fuck. All right, whatever.
You just
No,
technically
it's not
gave
fish
us away
shuttle.
off this thing.
Oops. Whatever. You
Oh,
can't
God.
leave the system. Fuck you.
It doesn't have a jump drive
No.
yet. Until we steal one and mount it to the ship and then blow ourselves up and fly into the star.
No.
Blow
This
ourselves
isn't.
up because this is not made for that.
No, you would definitely blow up. This ship could not handle that.
Yeah.
This thing doesn't have weapons
it
or
can handle it.
armor or
Yeah.
anything. This is like a. It's like a car.
So what I'm hearing is radiation poisoning.
Yeah, just go fly into a sun. Just fucking fly into a star, please.
Great way to die.
Okay, there's a sun dragon in D&D now. Its lair is a sun. You have to go into the sun to fight it.
Oh yeah.
You just throw yourself
Fucked
into the sun.
Oh.
It's hysterical.
One of my D&D games, I almost ran into a plane of hell on accident.
Awful.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like an airplane?
No.
No, like a plane. That's So what's up? What are you guys still talking? Planning on moving, heading back to the spaceport? What are you doing?
Yeah, I assume we'd be headed back to Edward's main ship.
Mhm.
Or we'll leave the ship here and we'll just take a ride from the gunwalls back to Rory's.
Yeah. Or we just take. If they offered us a shuttle, we know how to fly, so we wouldn't really need anybody extra.
Will and Burke wouldn't go with you anyway.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
you, Burks.
Well, fuck you, Wills. Or no, wait, fuck me.
Fuck me.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
fuck you, Burke, and he's like, well, fuck you, Wills. And he's like, what? Yeah, Burke's
Roll
got a
for
son.
comeback.
He's
Rolls
got a
it.
little family going on. Wills just kind of
Right.
drinks all day.
Well,
Wonderful.
All right, so heading back to your sulfur craft, Teach, standing outside of it and the gangways, flanked by two goons, is Colvey, and he's got his hands in his pocket, and he looks like he's been waiting for you. There's a lot of people moving around on the docks. A lot of heavily armed people.
I ain't saying shit.
Yeah, he stands there, and if you're just gonna walk past him, you just look straight ahead as you walk by.
That's it.
All right then. As you board your ship, he slowly starts walking back down the port, hand in his pockets, flanked by his goons.
That's a lot of emphasis on his pockets, Mark.
Pockets?
He's got shit in his pockets. Get him.
Pockets. He has pockets. Anyway.
Listen. Not interesting when guys say it, but when girls say it, everyone's excited. Girl clothing does not have a lot of pockets.
You set out. There's a lot of traffic in the channel, so it takes you a minute. You pass a few other pirate crews, and they kind of give you the side eye as you drive by. Back out into the Sulphur Sea. There's no waves. There's no currents. There's nothing. It is a dead, lifeless, empty green sea that smells like rotten eggs covered by a brown sky. It's enough to make you sick. And eventually, after an eventless sail, you make it back to Cuggan Shanty with the starport towering up kind of over a hill. Alright, so we all load up and head back to the city?
Indeed, I think
Just casually flying back and forth across the planet.
Right.
NBD.
Okay. Back to the planet we go, or back to the city we go. As promised, Rory outfitted your shuttle. It now looks like a civilian craft and has actual credentials, so you can freely fly it in and out of the city. They will open the civilian dome up for you if you approach.
Oh,
yes.
Hell yeah.
Takes you a couple hours flying. I don't know how long, but eventually you make your way back to the skyscrapers and the lights, and the stars disappear overhead. You can fly into the dome, go R&D, go to Trent's house, go to a strip club. I don't care.
What do you guys feel like?
I feel like if we're going to tell Rory, we'd want him to know right away.
Yeah, we should.
No strip
We don't
club
want to
then?
delay.
Yeah, we should go straight to him.
Straight to the
Is he
strip
the guy
club?
that I think might be able to help with my quirky thing?
Yeah, you get out.
damn it.
Rory
Alright,
is a government official, very high up, like very
Yes.
rich, powerful.
Let's go talk to Rory immediately.
So no on the strip club.
Strip club after.
Alright, deal.
Strip club if we find we have time.
Strip club if there's time.
Trent's gonna look back to Coomer as we're, I guess, in the city. So, are you actually around the city much?
On occasion. I'm usually out just doing field work.
Always studying then. Did you
Sorry?
learn a lot around here?
Well, yes, of course. And most of it from a Dr. Wees, the man we met earlier. I owe everything to him.
No. How do you think he's gonna feel? I assume you'll at least give him some sort of warning, right?
Well, of course, I don't want anything bad to happen to him. But I don't know.
Hmm.
My biggest fear is if we're trying to do this, we want it to be quiet.
Hmm.
So how late are you gonna wait to tell him?
I I don't know. Don't want to wait, but you must understand how hard this is. Tell someone.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I'm kind of excited to go talk to him because I think he might be able to assist me with the second thing as well.
Well, you guys can land and head in whenever you'd like. Uh, Not much has changed. The scout ship is still there. The interior of the compound, if you land in a starport area, um, there's a elevator heading down, and then there's many luxurious hallways, marble and silver and whatnot. Very high class. A few servants moving around. Actually, a droid kind of walking around in the hallways, cleaning and adjusting things. Um, you're welcomed in, and if you're asked, you can. Benjamin is in some kind of lounge area near the front of the compound, and Rory is in an office on the second floor.
Yay. Would like to just start walking up towards the second floor to speak with Rory.
Yeah, Rory's office is it's a brown-hued, very high-class room with actual books on bookshelves lining the walls. There's a backdrop of his back gardens with statues and fountains raised up. The whole back wall is kind of a paned window. His desk is this very sheened, kind of dark silverish color. And he has many electronics like computers and screens and monitors around his desk. And as you approach, he will look up at you.
Out of character real quick, because I'm an idiot. I didn't write down the name of who told me. Rory's the guy that that gave me the heads up, right?
Yes.
Okay. I say,
Yeah. Sorry.
no, sorry.
Trent was gonna stay at the ship, so he wouldn't be here.
All right.
All right. Hey, Rory, it's Lena. Thank you for the heads up yesterday. Much appreciated.
Oh, I see you've been busy. You look quite different.
Thank you, yes. I wanted to firstly thank you for your heads up on that. I think it helped me avoid a lot of trouble today, so I appreciate it.
Not a
I
problem.
had a question. Could I pay you for your assistance in helping me change my name on the legal identification without a paper trail, if you catch my drift?
Let's see. Planning on leaving soon, are you?
Not necessarily needing to leave soon immediately. I'd like to leave at some point.
Yeah.
We have some business that I want to help with first, but in case I need to identify myself, it would be useful.
Yeah. This
Not
isn't the
immediately.
first time I've actually had to do something like this, but
What's your price?
you want to bargain with him, or you're just asking straight his price? He looks at you. Well, probably full process and paying off the right people. We could maybe call that like 15,000.
Yeah, okay. We can do 15,000. I don't want to short you of any money. You've been very, very helpful for me, and I will pay you full price as a thank you for
Oh, isn't that
your help.
isn't that sweet of you? Thank you. You
She
can
curtsies politely
so you can
and
go ahead and
hands her the
subtract that.
money.
He looks at you. You're gonna have to give me a week, maybe.
Sure, that's not a problem. Thank you very much.
Of course.
She bows politely. I think the rest of them have information that they want to tell you as well, but I'll save that for them to speak. She curtsies politely and walks out of the room.
I'm talking to Ben. So I haven't joined Lena yet.
He's sitting in the lounge on the first floor playing some VR video games.
VR.
Yeah, like holographic, headset stuff. He's like,
Is it full dive? Is he just like this on the couch?
no, he's like standing up, like moving around, pretending like he's shooting dudes.
Nice.
Ben, fly any more ships lately?
He takes off the VR headset and looks over. Hey, Ed, welcome back. No,
Thank you.
I'm not allowed to fly this ship anymore.
Ha! I'm not surprised. I recommend starting on the Sulphur Seas.
I hear that's kind of like bad for you, isn't it?
See, look at how I turned out. How bad can it be?
Okay, but like, what's wrong with your voice? Sounds like you smoked a pack for like 1,000 years.
Fuck off, Ben. And I just walk up to Rory.
Okay, bye, man.
You probably pass Lena in the hallway and she just nods.
Did you tell him, Lena? Or are you making me do it?
I didn't want to spoil it. I mean, after all, it is something that I believe that you really should tell. But he is going to be able to help me with my thing, so that is enjoyable.
Alright, so then I'll go in to see him.
Okay. Yeah, he's typing away at his monitor, and like, as you come back in, he looks up at you. Hello there, Ed.
Rory. You've been talking to the gun walls at all lately?
Talking one to one right now.
You should hear what kind of plans they have.
Yeah?
Get this. They want to help you out.
Oh, what do you mean?
They're interested in helping out the 45.
He, he stands up and kind of like glances at you. Wait, not this music. Damn, what do I want to play? Fuck it, fuck music. He stands up and looks at you and, keep your voice down, Ed. What are you talking about?
I hear it from the gun walls. The High Captain. He's interested in pledging support to the cause of the 45.
He's stunned, and he stared at you for a moment. You're serious?
I was as surprised as you.
Why?
They want to in the chaos take spaceports and take the gun walls and jump the system. Be free somewhere else, free of the Sulphur Sea.
And they're pledging support to our cause. They're willing to lend arms and act for us.
Lend lives.
This information, you've never really seen Rory Vallis shaken Edward in a long time that you've known him. He seems he's a very stone cold man, but he kind of like turns from you and walks next to his desk and grips the edge of it and he just kind of like has to compose himself for a second. And then he crosses his hands behind his back and goes and stares outside of the window. I see. Then, I believe it is time, Edward. If the Gunwalls and the pirates will lend their support to us, the time has come. We will move forward with our plans. Thank you. Meeting you has been a blessing, Edward.
I could say the same thing.
Would you mind giving the High Captain this? And he actually pulls out a piece of parchment and writes down a long string of codes, and he hands it to you. Send that. Do not send that through electronic means. Give that to him personally. We'll be in touch. There are many things that need to be done. You can come back at some point and talk to me, but it's best if we do not meet here much going forward. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you to limit your visits here, because once we start acting, they'll be trying to stop us at any cost.
You know how to get a hold of me.
Yes. Thank you again, Edward.
You're welcome. Keep an eye on that boy.
He kind of ignores that last statement. It's just he's lost in thought, staring out of the back window. The blue fake skies and the fountain and the statues.
Alright, I turn and leave.
Alrighty.
Friend would have been just in the back of the ship, kind of had it closed up in the shuttle, just kind of taking apart his gun and putting it back together
Bath time?
repeatedly. No.
Not bath time?
Not bath
What?
time.
What?
It's it's probably getting closer to night again. Probably evening. Mansion is it's a nice place, fancy, got rooms for you. Benjamin's downstairs watching Hollow Vid or playing video games. Rory stays in his office the entire time. He's got a lot to process. Your shuttle is parked next to the tricked out scout ship out by the starport.
Is the scout ship open?
You're gonna go mess with it
I mean,
again?
the door's closed.
We need to get our own scout ship with a cool AI.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with it then. If the door was open, I might have walked over.
No, they keep the door
Just
closed.
walk over it and shout at it. I want a beer.
No.
Crap. Give me a bath.
Well, it depends. How long is everybody else taking inside, and are they coming back out?
Edward's on his way out right now.
Lena would see Edward on the way out and come out.
Are you still with us, Coomer?
Oh.
Dr. Coomer?
It doesn't
Coomer.
matter if he's not here.
Fair.
I'm
It's all
fucking.
Hey,
Okay.
Coomer?
he's here.
Doing anything?
Cut out? Oh shit. Okay, I think my audio cut out for a bit.
Oof.
Yeah, if you were talking, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we cannot hear you.
Fuck. Okay. Ugh. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oof.
Fuck.
Happens.
Just go on
Happens
without
to
me.
everybody, my dude.
Wait, sorry, what'd you say? Okay.
Just go on without me. What?
What is
Ladies and
happening?
gentlemen.
Is it all falling apart?
I'm dying over here. I'm
10:30,
fucking.
man. It's all falling apart.
Dr. Coomer, you've had a stroke. Oh my god, someone call 911.
What?
Oh god. But fuck.
I don't know.
What
I like
We
world?
should. We're about to get
I
going,
just
right?
blacked out.
Do we
We're-
think
we're-
this is a good spot to wrap up for tonight?
It does seem like a good
Yeah,
spot
that's
to
fine
end
with
it.
me.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call it as you guys. It's evening in the civilian dome. Voskl Central staying at Rory Vallis's compound. Everybody go ahead and take 2 experience points.
Oh,
Sweet.
hell
You can
yeah.
apply those, and you know what? Just special for today because we fucked up character creation a little bit. You can apply them anywhere you want.
Sweet.
Oh, hell.
So, can I put it both into deception? So I go from untrained to 0, then to 1?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
Awesome.
deception. That's a pretty good one to have.
For her, she's being a fake person.
Oh yeah,
With
that's
a
important.
fake speech.
That was a good session.
That was an amazing session.
Yeah.
What do I
Alright.
go with?
See you
Alright,
guys.
let me copy
See ya,
paste
bro.
my new balances real quick.
I could get my stealth up to 2. That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
What are you thinking of doing, Trent?
Oh, I'm probably gonna do stealth and investigate.
Ooh,
Both to
investigate.
0.
That's a good one.
Ooh, I like it.
But I need to have the PDF open. That has all of them.
Friend doesn't need jack of all trades. He's just gonna make everything a 0. Big brain.
Efficiency.
You're responsible for your actions. End session. GG.